All right, welcome everybody. We have with us our April Student of the Month, Holden Jepperson. Holden, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very good, thank you.
Tell me about what you have going on in your life right now.
A lot of musical stuff. I'm doing a lot of performances. Had opening night yesterday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Lots of shows. Pretty much taking up all my time right now.
I'm impressed you were able to get all the glitter off of you. Feel like there's glitter all over the school.
It's a process.
You have an effective strategy to get the glitter off, or is it just
scrub really hard?
That's very good. So we have only a few days left. Like we're almost single digits, right? For like in terms of academic days before you're done with classes and go into rehearsals, the graduation rehearsal, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's exciting. No offense to you guys, but I'm ready to be done. So this is good.
It's fair. No offense to you. We're excited for you to be done too. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But no, that's a rite of passage. You know, it's okay. It's an acceptable thing to feel that way. Bigger things are ahead. There's nothing wrong with that. Looking back though, coming to an end, what would you say? What was something that brought you joy this year?
I had a really good time at homecoming, like being the ones that always kind of get favored a little bit in all the games and like schlek away, going crazy as they always does. That's like one of my favorite parts of the whole year, every year.
Looking back, what was one thing that was maybe kind of a struggle, but you got through it, you persevered, something that that was kind of a challenge, but you got through it on the other side?
Every fall I have to do marching band and football at the same time. I mean, I don't have to, but I put myself through that, and being able to do that and balance my grades and all that stuff at the same time is like, I don't even know how I found the time to do it, but I got through it. It was a lot of hard work, but
sure,
it worked out.
So, and kind of talk about that. That is a lot on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what that took, kind of behind the scenes of making sure that happened. I'm sure there's other people in your life that helped you get to that point, helped you through that. But kind of talk about what that took to get through it.
Yeah, I mean, I needed a lot of help from like the coaches and the band directors for sure. Like Mr. C and Mr. Nettis that had to cooperate a lot to like figure out like where I was supposed to be and like how they could help me out by giving me like a little bit of time. Because some of the days when you'd have band from like 5 to 9 and football right after school till like 5-ish, 5 to 6, I wouldn't really get home until 9 p.m. after leaving at like 7:30. So did not leave me much time for homework, so they did a really good job of like helping me have some time in between and like during stuff to have time to work on my school stuff and stay caught up.
Or even just eating.
Yeah.
Eating supper, like,
They did give
going
me
to
time
practice
to
and then do another practice, and that's a huge time commitment.
That was very huge because I get hangry, so band would not have been enjoyable if I had to get time to eat.
You don't want to march hangry. No one wants to do that. That's
Definitely not.
Repetitive motions where you're not feeling up to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you could identify kind of one person in your K-12 life, you mentioned a couple of coaches and Mr. Nettis said, but looking back on your experience, who would you say thank you to and why?
I think I'd go with Mr. C. I mean, he's been a very big supporter of like staying involved, and like he loves all the fine arts and music, and he's the one that was probably the most flexible with me, like trying to stay committed, and he really helped me and always has like a good attitude about it too. So that was really helpful, I'd say.
That's great. If you could give a piece of advice to maybe some freshman you, what would that be?
Just keep trucking, I guess. Like it sucks sometimes staying involved in all this stuff, but it's worth it. I mean, a lot of the relationships and friendships that I have today are because of all the stuff that I did.
That's great. What are your next steps? What's May 12th hits? What does May 13th look like?
May 13th is going to involve a lot of sitting at home doing nothing, I think. But after that, I'm planning on going to Augie and probably going to end up doing something like medical field, like bio, pre-med. But I'm also going to help with the football team, like internship and more like a front office work kind of stuff, like the NFL draft that you just saw. Like I would be doing more kind of that work, except on a college level.
Operations kind of behind the scenes. That's very cool. There's a lot of work that goes into that as well. Good learning experiences.
Yeah.
Close to home. Nothing wrong with that as well.
Yeah.
That's great. So we're closing things out. Obviously, the April Student of the Month, the culmination of a lot of hard work that has gone into that academic success, but then also activities. Those are things that it maybe sounds superficial, but kind of that Lynx way. What it means to be a Lynx. That's kind of, you epitomize that, but what do you think being a Lynx means, and then, how does that carry you forward? What has that meant to you?
I think a lot of it is I have done my very best to be a very like kind and respectful person to everyone, and that's part of being a Lynx and like the Lynx way and that kind of stuff. And I like to think about that is even if I like don't know someone that well, I don't really know what they could be going through and stuff like that. So I try my best to be very kind and respectful to everyone, even if I don't know them at all.
It's great. Good words to live by, whether you go to Brandon Valley High School or wherever. And something that you can carry with you. I think that's awesome. Last thing, I'm sure your parents have done a lot to get you to this point, and siblings as well. What would you like to, if you could share something with your parents, what would that be?
I would not have been able to do all this stuff without your help, for sure. So thank you very much. I would be lost without you guys helping me out.
And finally, probably the most important question, what's your favorite type of ice cream?
I have to go with cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
It goes between cookies and cream and cookie dough, but I'd say cookie dough gets the edge just a little bit.
That's great. Holden, congratulations on all that you've accomplished. These next few days is with your performances. I wish you nothing but the best. I know it's gotten great reviews so far and bringing joy to the community. So thank you for all that you're doing with that. And I look forward to seeing you on May 12th walk across the stage.
Me too.
All right. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.